Oh boy, if you like it, collect it. Oh boy, I got a new toy. Oh boy, I got a safe toy. Oh boy, I got a new toy. Oh boy, if you like it, collect it. Oh boy, I got a new toy. Oh boy, I got a safe toy. Oh boy, I got a new toy. Oh boy, if you like it, collect it. Oh boy, I got a new toy. Oh boy, I got a safe toy. Oh boy, I got a new toy. Oh boy, if you like it, collect it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, if you like it, collect it. Oh boy.
Now, before we go any further, let's talk about today's sponsor. And of course, that's Save Toys and More here in Blackshear, Georgia. And the item we want to showcase this episode are these. These are our custom coasters. We also do one-shot custom prints, which you've seen in previous episodes. But basically, we can do any design you like. They're made to be art as well as function. They're polyurethane so that you can use them as well as they won't mess with your furniture. We put on these square ones, we put the little stoppers on the bottom. And I love this Mortal Kombat design. I love how she did the scales in the dragon. And like I said, we can do basically any design. So bring in your pictures and show us what you nerd out about. Season 6. I can't believe it's been 6 seasons that we started this. I think back in 2018. Now, with that said, the release of Mortal Kombat 1 was September 19th. It's actually September 20th at the filming of this episode. To commemorate, we're going to talk about this guy, one of my favorite of all-time characters, Kintaro. Sadly, he's not in the new game. Now, let's give a little bit of facts about this guy. He made his first appearance in Mortal Kombat 2 in 1993. He has come back in several other iterations of Mortal Kombat throughout the years. He's very similar to Goro in his looks and all, but I will talk about a little bit more. I think he's a step up. So with that said, let's get started with this review. Now, before we open this character up, I want to talk really quickly about the packaging and kind of my personal history with this character. Now, 4 arms, tiger background, and a total giant. My little nerd brain blew open about this character. It was released for pre-order around 2021, and I think it was actually pushed back for a whole year before it was finally released. I got my copy around Christmas of last year. We've been waiting to review this. Kind of excited about the new game. That's kind of where we wanted to connect with it. And it's an excellent figure. I love Storm Collectible figures. There are some quality control issues that I'm going to talk about a little bit in the future. But before we do that, I want to showcase this box. Now, I love the artwork in the front of the box. Great stuff all the way around. And personally speaking, I think the box itself is very much a part of the character. I'm one of those people that do like to store them in the box. Now, very briefly, there's a bio on the back. You can pause the video right now and read that if you want. I'll get a little bit closer for you. Moving on, we've got this picture here on the side. It's just a fantastic full view of him. Nothing really to see on the top and on the bottom. So let's open this box. And this is Kintaro out of the package, and it is a beautiful, massive figure. Now, before we go any further, let's see just how massive. This guy weighs in at about 10¼ inches, so not bad at all. Now, there's very little bad to say about this figure. I highly recommend it. The paint apps are amazing. You can even see the veins in his leg. The knee joints, let's try to get this up right about there. The knee pads have like the dented metal as well as the shoulder pads. That looks good. The bracelets have the same thing. Maybe would like to see the bracelets all the way around, but that probably would have messed up some of this articulation, which this guy has a ton of. I mean, I don't even know where to begin with articulation, but let's start with the legs and work our way up. We've got toe articulation right there. And what I like about this, I'm not a very big fan of toe articulation. That generally gets old and loose over the years, but this is just like, it's good and tight, it's beautiful, it's not real rocky. I like that. Matter of fact, I would probably use a blow dryer on that before I would begin to move these, just to loosen those joints up just a bit, because of what I want to talk about, one of the cons about these figures, in just a few moments. The trunks and the sash are just beautiful. They're more of a soft rubber, so it kind of differentiates between the harder plastic. The abs are great. I love the belt. You can even see the rope going through the leather. That's fantastic. We're going to flip this guy around, and more of the same. The only thing I don't like about it is the tiger stripes. Would be nicer if they were a little bit more Director, and what would you say, like, not quite as cookie cutter? Would that be a good way to say that, you think? Yeah. So the trunks on the back are good. The sash going down to his knees. It's got the wrinkles in it, the knot there. This is a very, very detailed figure. Now, this is about the third Mortal Kombat Storm Collectibles figure that I have reviewed. We've done multiple Mortal Kombat episodes, and let's put this down a little bit further. And one thing I will say, you may remember this guy, our first Storm Collectible review. One of my favorite characters. It was originally a smoke. The people from let's get that right. My director is really helping me out. You can use your hands there and just kind of show me what they are, and let's, because we want this in frame. Awesome. I love this figure. It was originally a Smoke. The members of Save Toys Premium voted on which figure to review, and they chose Smoke. Now, Reptile being my favorite, and the price point on the aftermarket being excessive, I had a customizer friend of mine that I was able to pay for him to do a palette swap and make him Reptile. Now, very quickly, what I didn't like is the knee on this guy. And we talked a little bit about it on on one of our previous reviews. Dry rotted and snapped after simply being displayed on my shelf. And then the other leg broke, and I had to actually fix this guy with some super glue and kind of pop that knee in place. And though I haven't seen it on any of my other Storm Collective action figures, that's something that really let me down as far as a quality control aspect of these figures. And as much as I love this figure, he's going back in the box because I don't want there to be any situation where a year from now these dry rot and pop. This is too expensive and too beautiful of a figure. So just like the action figure itself, the amount of pack-ins is massive. You do get your money for this figure. We're going to start first off with the head sculpts. I really like these. I like the yelling mouth, and then like the gritted teeth mouth there. We were kind of joking with our previous take. And this is just a character thing. I wish he had kind of a ponytail like Goro did, just on a character basis instead of the bald Kojak head. But these are just absolutely amazing head sculpts. The hands, there's the kind of the open, there we go. The closed fisted hands, I mean, they're still spread, they can hold a weapon or something, more like the knuckles in kind of, versus this set of hands, which, there we go, kind of have like the open spread hands, but still the attention to detail does not stop with the hand sculpts. There's veins and things like that. So with these, they're excellent. Now, let's see, and let's put you back in frame, and let's come around here. These pack-ins are amazing. Now, you've got something that takes you back to the Mortal Kombat 2 days with his first appearance with the fireball, and here's your stand for the fireball. Here's some like blood splatters, and Director Aaron pointed out, open brains, there you go, for both of the half heads there. Now we've got these translucent arms. Let's see, can we get that in frame? Here, you can help me out there, Director Aaron. Awesome. Now these, I'm going to confess total ignorance about this, that they are part of the character, but I don't remember him using translucent hands. It may be one of his later iterations. I remember him from Mortal Kombat 2. I know he appeared on several of the subsequent sequels. I think even Shaolin Monks and Mortal Kombat 11 as a boss in that character as well, I do believe. You can correct me in the comments below, but I do like the translucent ends. Always love translucent figures all the way down. These are fantastic. So these are the pack-ins for Kintaro. So stay with us as Marcellus brings us our devotion.
Oh, sorry. Didn't realize you were there. Hey, welcome everybody. Hope you're doing well. Marcellus Criley here once again. And man, here we are again. Season 6. And, like anything, when you start it, you got such a far future vision ahead of you and stuff. And then as time goes on, as your, nose is to the grindstone, as it would be said, you don't realize how much time passes by. But yet, here we are in the 6th season. But, man, I'm so glad you're here. Let me just say real quick before I get started, Travis, there is nothing wrong with the Kojak look. All right, buddy? But anyways, I'm here to bring you the devotional again. And I just got a thought I just want to share and just some encouragement as always. I was driving home from work today, and I was listening to this gentleman named Ed Milet, and I was listening to one of his Facebook shorts, and he was standing on the beach, and he's talking like how the waves are crashing against the shore, and the waters were pretty rough at the time and stuff on the surface, but if you go down deeper, deeper into the ocean, it's all calm and chill, even while on the surface it's all chaotic and waves crash and lots of noise and this and that. And then he just was talking about how in life, whatever aspect of life it is, it could be chaotic and crash and a lot of noise and this and that, but if you really dig deep that in your core, you could be at peace. You could still be, you could be calm, And I just took that. I was like, man, that is so good. And I just thought deeper how, Jesus is our rock. The parable of, building your house on the rock or on the sand, and the winds come and the storms come and beat against the house, and the one that's got a good foundation, that's the one that stands, but the one that's built on sand, it falls and crumbles. Now, I know that the Lord wants his children to go deep with them. The Bible says the deep calls out the deep. So let me just encourage you, and even encourage myself, that when storms come and times in life, it could be a day, it could be a season, or whatever, when things seem rough and chaotic and a lot of noise and the waves are just pounding you, man, the thing to do is, get off the surface and just go deep. Man, we got to go deep. Man, we need to go deeper on prayer time. Man, we need to go deeper in our relationships with our spouse and our family, But really to go deep, because, the Lord says, I am with you always. Never will I leave you or forsake you. So why not when, bad days or troubles, bad doctor's reports or whatever, man, let's just focus on God. Just go deeper with them, because he is our anchor in the storm. He is our anchor. I think of that song, The Anchor Holds. It's a good song. And Jesus, he's our anchor. He's the one that really keeps us all together. That's all I got for today. I just wanted to share a thought, and I just pray that things are well for you. And if things are not, when things are down, there's only one way they can go. And if they're rough right now, man or woman, I just encourage you to hang on and go deeper, man. Spend a little more time in prayer. Spend a little more time in the Word. Spend more time with your thoughts towards heaven, on God. Because even when things are bad, He uses them for our good, It's like the story of Joseph in the Old Testament being sold to his brothers, at the end of the story, in which he becomes a slave and then imprisoned, and, the story goes on to where he ends up becoming, the second in command over all of Egypt and saving Israel from a famine. And later telling his brothers, what you meant for evil, the Lord turned for good. So I believe that when we're in rough times, one, the Lord will turn it for our good, because He doesn't waste a moment. So let's not waste the pain. Number two, there's something always in those moments that we can learn. And I believe three, that He is developing something in us. And maybe that's the thing we need to learn, and just trust, like the clay on the potter's wheel. Sometimes those rough times is like us being the clay. We're the clay and get thrown down on the potter's wheel, and then the Lord shapes and molds what He sees, envisions us. And when we sometimes gotta start over and stuff like that. But every time He refigures us, it's closer to the image that He sees in His mind and His heart, which I believe is the image of Christ through our lives, the way He does it. But anyways, good to see y'all again. Again, hope you're doing well. And Travis, back to you.
Well, we made it through this episode of Save Toys without a single fatality. Depending on you're the victor or the victim, how that plays out. Anyway, thank you for joining us again for another episode of Save Toys. This again was the first episode of season 6, and we want to say a special thank you to our director Aaron, our producer Marcellus, and all the fans out here that have stuck with us for all 6 seasons. If you get a chance, come meet me, Travis, at Save Toys and More in Blackshear, Georgia. We'd love to have you. And as always, if you like it, collect it. I'm your fatality-loving host, Travis. And this is a very special episode of the Save Toys YouTube show. Now, I'm here at Save Toys and More in Blackshear, Georgia, our sponsor for today's episode. And we wrapped up filming the other day, and I realized this morning, the Lord kind of brought to my mind, is this is our 93rd episode. And Mortal Kombat 2, which is where Kintaro made his first appearance, came out in 1993. So I thought, well, that's kind of a cool thing to add to the video. And I also want to say a special thank you. It's been, this is the first episode of our 6th season, so we've done 5 seasons and starting our 6th, and you've been so faithful to watch and be a part of this and watch us grow, and we're now on our 93rd episode, which, if you include all of our, what I think, and side segments that we've done in our episodes of Save Toys Premium TV, special thank you to Save Toys Premium members, we're somewhere around the 120, 130 episode mark right now. But we're just so thankful that you've joined us on this ride. So we hope you love this episode, and we'll be seeing you. Thank you for joining us.